14 huge home and away spoilers for next week. What's next in Summer Bay? Coming up on Home and Away, Dana is in serious danger after getting kidnapped by Bronte. Elsewhere, Rose breaks up with Marley, Felicity flirts with newcomer Rory, and will Cash rejoin the police force? Here's a full collection of 14 massive moments. 1. Mackenzie refuses to forgive. Mackenzie is less sympathetic as she admits that she's not ready to forgive the brothers for putting Levi's life at risk. Meanwhile, Rose informs Bree that the Allens have been charged with attempted murder and false imprisonment. But she's still struggling to forget the sight of her boyfriend brawling with Gordy Allen. 2. Mac throws Iluka out. After finding his brother asleep in the dunes, Marley offers him a job at the board shop and a place to stay. However, Alandra is adamant that Iluka needs to sort his own life out and not rely on Marley. Surprisingly, Iluka agrees to take responsibility and starts by saying sorry to Levi. He accepts the apology, but Mac sees red and orders Iluka out of her house. 3. Rose dumps Marley. Rose confides in Bree that Marley has been avoiding her since the attack. She also concedes she has double standards when it comes to Marley and should have arrested him over his attack on the Allens. Deciding she can't be with someone who treats her like the enemy, Rose tells Marley they're finished. 4. Marley and Mac make up. Marley's day soon goes from bad to worse when Iluka reveals he has decided to go home with Alandra. Mac finds him on the beach and the pair finally call a truce, with each apologizing for their behavior. Can they find a way to move forward? 5. John backs Tane's proposal. It could be too late as the committee are still rattled by a previous email from John, warning of unruly teens wreaking havoc on the surf club. Alf prepares an action plan for Tane, but tells him they need to get Harper on board. However, Tane is hesitant, knowing it would break their recent pact to give each other space. 6. Tane breaks his promise to Harper. Tane ends up going against his promise by approaching Harper for help. He asks if she'll exaggerate her involvement in the youth program for a meeting with Alf, which she reluctantly agrees to. Tane is delighted and tells Harper he'll find a way to get her out of it, so she doesn't have to see him all the time. 7. Dana makes a worrying discovery. Dana's mind is still fixated on exposing Bronte as a con artist. She informs Leah that Irene is using her own money to settle Bronte's claim against the diner, but Irene doesn't take kindly to being dobbed in. However, Dana won't back down, particularly when she learns Irene has remortgaged the house in order to save Bronte's life. 8. Felicity has a new admirer. A handsome guy called Rory enters the bar and catches Felicity's eye. He leaves his number behind, and Eden urges her friend to explore things further. Felicity insists she isn't going to give Rory a ring, but the smile on her face suggests otherwise. 9. Cash makes an important call. Rose promises to look into things for him, but points out there aren't any current vacancies at Yabby Creek. After persuading Felicity to be brave and contact Rory, Cash decides to take his own advice and give Police HQ a ring. 10. Dana finds herself ostracized by everyone. Dana confronts Bronte, who lets the mask slip for a second when she challenges Dana to prove she's scamming Irene. As Dana grows more desperate to expose Bronte, concerned Harper and Xander attempt an intervention. It's the final straw for Dana and she tells her boyfriend where to go. 11. Danger is looming for Dana. Dana sneaks into the hospital in search of Bronte's medical notes, but is caught in the act by Bree. When Dana explains there's no record of Bronte's contamination, Bree agrees to carry on looking. Bree is also unable to unearth anything, but danger is looming when Bronte confronts Dana, issuing her with a chilling threat. 12. Bronte plots to silence Dana. Meanwhile, Bronte feigns gratitude as she informs Xander the crowdfunder is almost up to 70 grand. But the net is closing in when Alf confronts Bronte, wanting to know why Irene and Leah have donated so heavily to the fund. Fearing the worst, Dana contacts her co-conspirator and tells him they need to shut Dana up and fast. 13. Dana is kidnapped by Bronte and Chase. Bronte reveals this isn't the first time her and Chase have scammed innocent victims, but she has never met anyone as annoying as Dana. With that, Chase gags Dana with duct tape, as she realizes to her horror she's being kidnapped. Will she make it out of this alive? 14. Cash is back on the force. When the call does come through, it's good news the police want him back. However, it's not quite the offer Cash was hoping for. He explains to Eden that he'll have to go in at his old rank and work at Mangrove River, the worst station in the state. Will he accept such a demotion?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của Home and Away Spoiler Today. Xin chào.